I'm up too early for breakfast, we'll call that jet lag, but it's nice to see that they put out water and fruit and tea for the guests in here. You can just come and help yourself to this at any time. And they're very famous for their coffee and their chocolate here in Ecuador. I'll be taking some of that home, don't you worry. I'm only here for a couple of days, so I'm going to use today to explore Quito, and tomorrow we'll go off up north and try and find the actual line of the equator. I'm really excited about this one. Oh, I've not seen that before, because in Spain the stop signs normally say stop in English, but here they're doing it right, pare. And that's my wee hotel, fantastic place. Chacana, and it's got a wee restaurant attached to it where they do brunch, menu del dia, and cena, which is dinner from 5 till 10. I think in today's video we'll come back here for dinner, because that'd be a nice way to support the hotel, wouldn't it? I like their door.
La puerta está abierta.
Gracias. I still haven't changed that frame rate. One thing I need to remember before we go out today is sunblock, because did you know that Quito is the closest city to the sun and the UV rate is extremely high, so I need to be very, very careful, especially with this complexion. And aye, this is where I'll come back for dinner tonight, all being well. We'll try something local. Things have started to arrive at the table. We've got a nice coffee, some fruit, some pineapple juice, unsweetened of course, and I can hear my breakfast getting made over there. That's what I need this morning, I tell you. Hola. Ven aquí. Hola. Buenos dias. And there we go, we've got some eggs with cheese and ham and a little croquette. And yes, it's all included. I think I paid for this hotel about $100, $100 US for 3 nights. Incredible value, especially for us coming over here, you know. So, I thought of course this was a potato croquette, but it's some kind of corn inside. Even better. Wonderful. As I say, it's unsweetened, so it tastes really good, very fresh, you know. It reminds me of the one I had in Halifax. And as always, my favourite meal of the day. I think I've done quite well. Let's go and get that sunblock on, eh? Gracias. It's funny, the woman who manages or owns the hotel, she was asking me at breakfast, did you sleep well? And in the typical British way I was like, oh yes, it was perfect, thank you. But that was actually far from the truth. But I didn't say anything because it's nothing to do with the room or the bed. That was perfectly comfortable. It's the fact that here in Quito, we're at almost 3,000 metres. And to put that into context, that's about the same as the Hornley Hut. Do you remember when we went to Matterhorn Base Camp? So this altitude is really affecting me, and I found myself lying in bed having to take really deep breaths trying to get to sleep, and it wasn't really working. I guess it's just something you've got to acclimatise to, but I certainly haven't yet. That's the Factor 50 applied. Now this isn't a sponsorship, but I really recommend this stuff. It's good. Right, let's go. You're coming with me, Filson. A lot of fancier hotels could learn from this. Put USBs and USB-Cs beside the bed. Who would have thought? There's one hefty key. Be nice to see they've got their priorities right. It's got a bottle opener. You know, one of the great things about being at this altitude, the mosquitoes don't like it up here. And mosquitoes tend to like me, so that's certainly a bonus. Now it's currently 7:40 AM on a Saturday morning, and the city's just getting ready for another busy day. Oh, I've got a Quito sign across here, and the music has started already. I love the atmosphere in this place. In fact, South America is kind of exactly how I expected it. The lads are out cleaning the streets. I'll hop across here. Oh, a litre of cerveza, $3. Aye, they use US dollars here. I don't think the local currency was doing too well, so I think that's now the official currency of Ecuador. I still can't believe I'm here. It's a wild thought. That is one big tree. I'm not sure what the deal is with these crossings, but I'll just let the cars go first. It's an absolutely beautiful morning, but one thing you can always guarantee up here, the weather will change at some point. Servicio de Seguridad Turística. They're here for me. This is one big city, by the way, and it's well spread out, but thankfully they've got a subway system. A subway that's easy to navigate because it's just one line that goes north to south. So the only thing you got to make sure is you're going in the right direction. I'm finding myself getting out of breath already. This altitude, seriously. Especially when you're walking and talking to camera, you know. They've put the flags out for me, bless them. This is funny because I was coming out to visit a market this morning that I thought opened at 8. Well, it's 10 to 8. If it does open at 8, I'm certainly the first one here. But still, it's good to be out early, make the most of my one day here. That'll be the old town depicted there, the best preserved historical centre in all of Latin America. And you can go up this hill to visit the Virgin Mary statue. Now, the lady in the hotel was telling me, get a taxi, because this bit isn't particularly safe. And if someone's telling me to get a taxi instead of climbing up a big hill, I'll take notice. What on earth is this? Oh boy. But I've got a feeling now this market probably opens at 9. Is that right? Perdona, el centro histórico está por aquí.
Pasando los dos parques.
Gracias. Muchas gracias. I was just asking some directions because I think we'll continue on to that historic old town just now, and the guy was saying just go through the next 2 parks. It'd be nice to go through a park in this weather. Oh, people are just going for it. Everywhere. I'm not that brave. Green man. Wonder if it's always like this near the equator, sunny in the mornings and then rainy in the afternoons. Look at the wee pigeons, they're tiny. Sometimes when you're going to say something to camera, you just need to take a seat, otherwise you'll get out of breath really quickly. Now, I was just thinking, I wonder if my lack of sleep last night is down to both altitude and jet lag, because I woke up this morning around about 9 o'clock UK time, which unfortunately was 4 o'clock here, and Quito are on the same time zone as New York at the moment. I say at the moment because I don't think they do the whole daylight savings thing here. Maybe you don't have to at the equator. Right, let's go. In typical fashion, I'm a bit lost at the moment. I downloaded an eSIM, but it's a bit patchy. I know, I should have downloaded the Quito map on Google Maps, shouldn't I? I'll do that tonight. Maybe I should look out for the big Basilica. That's a building that you can't miss. Although it's probably behind all this stuff at the moment. I like that building though. This ain't the nicest part of town, is it? But if you look beyond all that, you see those balconies? That would have been a very impressive building at some point. Let's go and find something a bit more beautiful. Look at all those cables. Aye, that's about as near as you can get to that big sun from this planet. Well, up at the top of one of their hills anyway, which would you believe is closer to the sun than the summit of Mount Everest. But that's the whole equator thing, isn't it? I always get most nervous when there's a lack of people, you know. At last, I think I can see the very tip of the Basilica just over there. Thankfully, anyway, I think I've seen enough of this part of town. But I tell you what, I'm not complaining. This is what travel's all about. It might not always go to plan, but you're always guaranteed to get real, authentic adventures. 10 eggs for $1. Instituto Nacional Mejia. No idea. Could be a school. This might be a colourful city, but it's also a bit hilly. I see taxis in my future. I'm still amazed by all those cables. Is that people's Wi-Fi? Well, if it is, someone's been cut off. Wow, there it is. That is massive. Boy, oh boy. Right, who's this dude? I am not sure because the plaque's been removed and replaced with now, it might not be open yet, but if I'm not mistaken, you can do a walk right up one of the spires, I think that one there, and possibly along the roof. But it's a bit bigger than I imagined. Should we do it? Of course we should. I just need them to tell me now that it's not open today. Está abierto para subir. Okay, we've got half an hour to wait. That's not the end of the world. And away off in the distance there, you might be able to see the Virgin Mary statue. Aye, I wouldn't fancy climbing that hill, even if it was safe. But right now, that bench has got my name on it. It's in the shade. And it's due to get up to around about 20 degrees Celsius today. I know you'll be laughing at me that I'm sweating in that kind of weather, but I'm Scottish, you know. But it's interesting to look up at the gargoyles on the outside of this building because they're unique. All in tribute to the animals of the Galapagos Islands, which, if you weren't aware, are part of Ecuador. Can you see them there? I'm trying to zoom in as much as I can.
A las 9 abre.
A las 9. Gracias. Of course, while I wait, I could go for a walk up that hill, but nah. I should have come to South America in my 20s when I had a bit more energy. I can see a Popemobile over there. I'll have to go and have a closer look when we get in. Now, I've got no idea how much we're going to see in today's video, but it's certainly not a comprehensive tour of Quito. I hope you enjoy it anyway. You must go through some amount of gearboxes in this city. Oh, there's one of the gargoyles. Hello, son. The big gates and the doors have swung open and we're in, but already we have a problem. You see, in Ecuador, you're not normally allowed to film inside churches or even take photos, so the only footage we might get in this building is way up there. Let's get some tickets. And if you're from Ecuador, you get in for $2. If you're a foreigner, it's $4. Fair enough, I would say. Hola, buenas. Una entrada para subir. So there we go, I've got my ticket to go up the tower, but more impressively, I've got a $1 coin as my change. Abraham Lincoln, a United States $1. I don't think I've seen one of those before. Lady Liberty in the back. And there it is, folks, when John Paul II visited Ecuador in 1985. Alicia will be impressed with this. I'll grab a photo for her. And I fear this is where the camera's going to get switched off. Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
So just when I thought I couldn't get any higher in this world, here we go. Well, I can maybe grab a wee video clip here. Look at that. Nativity displays down there. That's what the animal noises are. What beautiful views, and we're not even at the top yet. Nowhere near. I guess now we keep going up, and I think I'm going to use the lift. It's an altitude thing, you know.
Primero vamos bajando, ¿ya?
Ah, vale, no problem.
Planta baja.
The first place we come to, the gift shop. Again, this is kind of exactly the things I'd expect in Ecuador. I'll need to get something to take home.
Este es el puente de cristal y subes a esta torre.
So it looks like we're right in the roof space here, eh? I've never been to any church or basilica where you can do this kind of thing. Feliz Navidad. Let's look back. Wow. Oh, they've got the heating on in here. It's absolutely roasting. This is where it gets scary, I think. Oh boy. See, here we are, and this feels enough, believe me. I'm terrified already. But look at this. Look at those stairs. How steep is that? And they just keep going. That's where I'm meant to be. That's what I've bought a ticket for. That gargoyle, it feels like it could just fall off at any moment. Seriously though, I'm not sure about this. That might be a step too far for me, folks. See, has that fallen off? I think it has. Honestly, I'm just taking a moment out here to think this through. Do I do it or do I not? Come on, Steve. You can do this. Just breathe. Everything will be fine. We made it. We actually made it. I'm shaking. That's as scared as I've been in a long time. And we've still got to go down. I'm not even thinking about that yet. Was it worth it? Yes. I'm actually so proud of myself, you know. But here's your 360 while I calm down a bit. What a massive city. I think the airport's that way. Oh yeah, and remember to look up. I'm so glad to see this sign. It's not allowed by law. Scratching, writing, graffiti, placing padlocks, that's the big culprit these days, isn't it? You ready to go back down? It just goes on forever. We went to see Wicked recently and look, there's the yellow brick road. I'm taking this so slow, it's not the kind of place you want to trip. And now for the steep one. Hang on. We've got about 20 steps to go, it's fine. I've made it. And it's not just my hands that are shaking, my legs as well. That doesn't help. Right, let's get out of here. I'm so glad that's done. These are awesome. I'm not sure if that's Montrose fashion though. Quanto vale? Alicia, you're a lucky girl. Oh, we can go out here as well.
I know we all say our mothers are the best cook, but mine was for real the best. So I started working when I was 7 years old, selling candy in the streets. So I came back to my neighborhood.
Coconut, coconut. We've earned it. Ya estamos. Gracias.
Okay.
En efectivo?
¿En efectivo?
Sí.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought more rubbish. No, that's not fair. It's not rubbish. It's cool. Here's some of the tours you can do if you're in town. You can go to Cotopaxi for $60 per person, full day tour. Or if you really want to push the boat out, Galapagos Island hopping, $800 per person, or whatever this one is, first class, $2,988. That's a bit much, but if I was here for longer, I might have done one of those day tours. Hola perito. I'm thinking now we should jump in a taxi and go up and see that Virgin Mary. And there's one of those chocolate shops. Oh, Quito, I've heard of this one. That's premium stuff. Hecho en Ecuador. Ocho. Oh, muy bien, muy bien. Voy a volver. Gracias. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back there and pick up some chocolate. I just don't want to be carrying it about all day because it'll melt. It does all feel very colonial, to me anyway. Oh boy. And you can buy your Converse and your DVDs just on the side of the street. Nice colours. Oh, look at all that concrete, it's beautiful. Come on, much nicer than the other side. Look, just in the corner of this city square, we've got a hospital. Emergency room as well. Now, I could go up there, but I'd rather focus and try and find a taxi. We'll get up that hill. I keep passing some very interesting looking street food, but I'm not brave enough. And part of the reason for that is I didn't get any injections before I came here. It was a very last minute trip. I think you're meant to get them for yellow fever, which can especially be picked up from food and drink, so I'm being very careful, you know. Question is, how do we get a taxi? Do we just hail it? How do you know if it's free? I was kind of hoping there'd be a taxi rank somewhere. But look at these traffic jams, it's mental. All the way up that street as far as you can see. Hola, ¿disponible? Sí, claro. El tráfico aquí, ¿eh?
Sí, quería salir, mucho tráfico, ya que
Sí.
quiero salir de aquí. oficial de la chicha, la nueva única 64.5.
Seriously, the traffic here is absolutely mental. But at least it's a fixed fare to the top. Tengo todo, sí. Gracias. We've made it, but that was just a crazy taxi journey. It took 45 minutes to get up here. He quoted me $5 for that fare. I gave him 10, of course. What a view. Oh yeah, and the Virgin Mary. There she is. I just need to try and take this in. And that's just one side, believe me, it's all around. I'm guessing these guys are for Christmas, they'll light them up at night. It's funny, I can see the square where we started that taxi journey just at the bottom of the hill. 45 minutes. Although I thought we were never going to get here. That's a better view. It's nice up here and all, and the views were spectacular, but was it worth the hassle? I'm not sure. That was one stressful taxi journey. And to think I'm going to have to do it again. Maybe I can get in a party bus. What do you think? That looks more fun. One of the few statues, that is, by the way, where the Virgin Mary is depicted with wings. But no, I'm afraid you can't go to the top. Oh look, the dogs have got their kennels over here in the corner. Do you think they live up here? Hiya lads. You don't really get a view down this way, but if anything I like it more. It's very colourful. We can almost be in South America, eh? I'm very tempted to just run the gauntlet and walk back down that hill, you know. It'd be quicker, and it'd be less stressful, I think. But that scene right there, it's just stunning. I'm actually glad I did come up. Imagine giving yourself just a day to see all this. Who would do such a thing? Aye, 45 minutes up on the taxi, or 26 minutes to walk back down. I hope that's not my death march. Let's follow the others, safety in numbers. Bit of a dead end. Okay. Keep moving, stay confident. Hay un calle hacia el centro histórico. Por aquí.
En taxi, coja aquí taxi para que le lleven.
So they're telling me to get a taxi. And that's the locals.
Compramos botellas de colas plásticas, compramos cuadernos. Estamos...
I don't know, maybe I should get a taxi, yeah? Look at all the buses just lined up. I know it doesn't look too bad, but I think it's just ever since I had that incident in Germany, in Leipzig, I've been a little bit overcautious and kind kind of trusted my instincts, to be honest, but this doesn't look too bad, and at least I've got a bit more Spanish than I do German, you know. As much as I want to pet all the dogs, I'm not petting the dogs. Sorry, fella. Oh, that's a nice view back up the hill from here.
Chile, mandarina, da
Viene el diablo.
What do you think of Quito? Give me your honest opinion. That's a lot of hats. Let's be honest there, I think you've got more chance of losing your wallet down here than you do back up there. Where am I going now? Well, I don't know. I'd like to find some lunch, but not street food, as I said before. I tell you what, you can literally buy anything on the streets of Quito. Did you see the dude back there? He was selling pants. I was tempted. What's she selling? Nappies and Christmas paper. Full on concert going on down there. I don't know, it all just feels a bit too mental for me. I had this perception that the old town would be beautiful, no thank you, beautiful but calm, you know, anything but. I mean, it's fantastic, but a couple of hours, that's enough. Who wants some tubos? Any colour, any size. I am tempted now just to get out of here and get back to the relative peace and quiet of Mariscal, the little district where I'm staying. I think that's the best place now. I have turned round because I forgot to get my Quito chocolate, didn't I? You can see the whole process from cacao to finished product. Oh, look at that. Buenas. The good thing, of course, about the really strong stuff is you don't need to eat as much of it to get that chocolate hit. They've even got CBD. I'll get a couple. Let's get a 65%, which I think will be nice. And we'll get a 100%, which will be brutal. Oh, they gave me a wee free chocolate as well. I went for the passion fruit one. I never even knew passion fruit chocolate was a thing. There we go. What on earth is she selling? I'm going to go back to the Basilica Cafe, I think. I need a wee sit down at somewhere familiar. It's not a cafe, it's a shop. Grande, grande. Now to find somewhere in the shade. Few and far between. I have had such a good day, you know. But at some point it just hits you. You need to sit down in the shade and drink as much water as possible. Oh my god, that's good. So I'll just be heading back down my favourite street. I couldn't forget this part of town, eh? Right, here we go again, this fun pastime crossing the street. It is a green man, would you believe? We made it. Honestly, the second you step into the park, you just feel better. Yeah, goodbye. Look at that tree in front of us, it's a beauty. Wait till you see this trunk. Oh, it's one of those famous Californian trees. I guess that would be the eternal struggle. Oh, green man. Last one in Quito. I was just passing this little street stall and I know that I said I wouldn't buy anything off the street, but it smelled amazing. There's a bit of a queue as well. That's a good sign. Hola, ¿qué tal? No tengo ni idea, pero lo mismo plato que ellos andan. That's like a pico de gallo, isn't it? Banana, pork, corn.
¿Para llevar?
Para tomar, ahora.
Ahí tiene aquí, sirve nomás.
I have got no idea what I just bought, but like I said before, the queue was long and the food's Ecuadorian, so I'm looking forward to it. Now I just need a bench and we can have a look at what's in this box. And yes, that's right, this whole plate costs $3. So we've got banana, we've got pork, we've got potato, we've got some pico de gallo, some corn and some other stuff. Proper Ecuadorian street food. This isn't the easiest with all the traffic noise, one hand and a plastic spoon, but let's give it a try. That pork is just spot on, by the way. But what about the banana? I could take it or leave it, but I will eat it. Oh, that was a good lunch. Fluffy potatoes, perfectly cooked meat, crunchy corn and nuts, and a wee bit of spice. Just what I needed. Let's go. That's exactly how I feel right now, mate. And that'll be us back at the market. It's looking a bit busier now, eh? I know there's a bit of graffiti, but just look at those plants. This is unheard of. Even without checking a map, I've got a rough idea where I am. Streets are a bit quieter here. That historic centre was just crazy. Look at all the glass. That's going to keep people out. Whatever was happening here, we've missed it. I guess just another market. There's markets everywhere. I recognise you. Home sweet home. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was just going to do that. Thank you very much.
How are you?
Oh, amazing. Had a great day. I need a rest now, yeah. But tomorrow I'll go to the equator. And, yeah. And then back home on Monday. Oh, that's what I like to see. Right folks, I think I'm just going to crash here for the foreseeable future, but I think it's fair to say one day in Quito feels like about 4 anywhere else I've been, and I mean that in a good way. If I do go down for dinner this evening, I will of course add that on right now. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. I'm just coming down for dinner and I'm like, why is the floor wet? It's because we're outside and it's raining. It arrived at last. What to have? And she just said they don't have guinea pig today. Don't worry, I wouldn't be getting guinea pig. You were barking at me earlier and now you're my friend. I like your bandana. Don't worry, that's not all I've ordered, okay? But I did go for an Ecuador beer, none of that foreign rubbish. And there we are, folks, that'll be dinner. What do you think? Wow. Mari Tierra. Look at that tenderloin, it's just perfect. It's wonderful, folks. I've got no idea what this is. Looks like corned beef hash. I can't describe flavours, but it's really good. But that steak, oh man, it is perfectly done. No proper steak knife, but apart from that, the food was incredible. Cheers.